In June of 2017, Alex Honnold walked toward Yosemite's El Capitan, a 3,000-foot granite wall, and brought no rope. El Capitan is not a scenic staircase with attitude. It is a vertical city block made of stone, weather, and consequences. Free soloing means climbing alone without ropes, harness, or protective gear, so the backup plan is basically having made no mistake earlier. Most people forget keys. Alex showed up without the entire concept of self-preservation, apparently after careful scheduling. He was 31, lean, calm, and already famous among climbers for treating huge cliffs like errands with unusually bad parking. But this was not a stunt he decided over breakfast. Honnold had spent years building the skill and months narrowing one impossible objective. The route was Freerider, a long path up El Capitan's southwest face, with cracks, slabs, corners, and sections that punish wishful thinking. With ropes during practice, he rehearsed the route again and again, studying holds until the wall became less mystery and more terrifying spreadsheet. He kept notes, memorized sequences, and learned where each hand, foot, and breath needed to go, because granite does not accept rough drafts. This is the part where inspirational posters say, "Believe in yourself," and the cliff replies, "Adorable. Please show your math." One famous section, the free blast slab, depends on friction so tiny that the foot placement looks like an argument with physics. Another, the boulder problem, includes moves so delicate that even experienced climbers watching it tend to make the face people make during dental surgery. National Geographic's film crew followed his preparation for Free Solo, directed by Elizabeth Chai Vassar-Haley and Jimmy Chin. That sounds glamorous, until you remember the crew had to film a friend doing something where the blooper reel could not exist. The filmmakers used long lenses and careful positions, because distracting a climber without a rope is not documentary drama. It is a terrible idea. In November of 2016, Honnold began an attempt, sensed the conditions and mindset were wrong, and backed off. That retreat may be the least flashy part of the story, which is exactly why it matters. Judgment arrived before ego could drive. By June 3rd, the weather, preparation, and his own mind finally lined up, which is convenient when the appointment is with a cliff. Before sunrise, he ate a normal breakfast, pulled on the red shirt, checked his shoes, clipped on a chalk bag, and walked to the base. At 5:32 in the morning, he started upward in pink dawn light, using fingertips, shoe rubber, memory, and suspiciously calm breathing. Every few feet, he had to decide whether the next hold was exactly right, because close enough was not invited to this meeting. Down in the valley, people were probably making coffee. Above them, Alex was negotiating with pebbles like they were senior management. He moved across smooth slabs, pressed shoes onto nearly invisible texture, and trusted friction with the kind of confidence usually reserved for seatbelts. Yosemite Valley kept dropping away beneath him, shrinking roads, trees, and people into a tiny model of everything he could lose. On the hardest sections, Honnold moved slowly, almost plainly, because the safest version of impossible is often boring on purpose. That is deeply unfair to viewers, who were busy producing enough anxiety to power a small mountain town. Honnold has spoken about fear as something to manage, not something magically deleted from the human operating system. The point was not that he felt nothing. The point was that preparation made the next move clearer than the panic around it. Higher on the wall, the film crew watched from a distance, some filming, some waiting, all trying to become very professional furniture. After 3 hours and 56 minutes, he reached the final summit lip, placed his hands on the top, and pulled himself into sunlight. There was no rope to untie, no safety knot to loosen, no partner holding the other end of the story. He simply stood above Yosemite, alive, after doing the one climb many experts had filed under absolutely not. Britannica notes that he became the first person to ascend El Capitan without ropes, and National Geographic's Free Solo carried that climb to the world. The movie later won an Oscar, because apparently the Academy also enjoys controlled panic with excellent cinematography. But the real lesson is not try dangerous things. Please do not let YouTube turn into a cliffside suggestion box. The lesson is that Honnold survived because he respected the mountain so completely that even gravity had to check the rulebook.